The 1960s were a time of bold designs and innovation in the automotive world, but not every car from this decade was a visual triumph. Some models were met with puzzled looks and raised eyebrows due to their unconventional and, frankly, unattractive designs. Here are three of the ugliest cars that rolled off American production lines in the 1960s. Your support means the world to us. By subscribing, you give us the motivation to keep creating amazing content. Every click helps fuel our passion and drive to bring you the best. Number 3. The 1969 AMC Ambassador was an attempt by American Motors Corporation, AMC, to refresh its flagship model and keep pace with the rapidly evolving automotive market of the late 1960s. However, despite these efforts, the facelift did not resonate well with consumers or critics, and the car's design was widely regarded as one of the less successful makeovers of the era. The AMC Ambassador was traditionally positioned as a full-sized, luxury-oriented sedan aimed at buyers who wanted a well-equipped car without the premium price tag of more established luxury brands. By 1969, the Ambassador was due for a redesign, and AMC made a concerted effort to modernize its appearance and features to attract a broader audience. The 1969 model year brought several updates, including a new front-end design, revised interior features, and a range of V8 engine options. AMC offered the Ambassador in multiple body styles, including a sedan, coupe, and station wagon, aiming to appeal to families and middle-class buyers looking for a spacious, comfortable vehicle. Unfortunately, the facelift that AMC gave the Ambassador in 1969 was met with widespread criticism. The design changes, particularly at the front of the car, were seen as clumsy and unattractive. The most prominent feature of the 1969 Ambassador was its new front grille, which was larger and more exaggerated than in previous models. The grille's protruding heavy chrome bars were meant to give the car a more commanding presence, but instead, they created a look that many found awkward and disproportionate. The grille seemed to dominate the front end, overshadowing other design elements and giving the car an almost cartoonish appearance. The use of chrome was a common trend in the late 1960s, but the Ambassador's front and rear bumpers took this trend to an extreme. The bumpers were large, bulky, and heavily chromed, adding to the car's overall clumsy aesthetic. The combination of the oversized grille and the massive chrome bumpers made the front end of the car look excessively heavy and out of balance with the rest of the vehicle. Beyond the front end, the overall design of the 1969 Ambassador was criticized for lacking coherence and sophistication. The car's lines were not as sleek or flowing as those of its competitors, leading to a look that some described as blocky or ungainly. The redesign did not address some of the fundamental proportions and styling issues that had plagued earlier models, resulting in a vehicle that looked outdated despite its new styling cues. The 1969 AMC Ambassador is often remembered as a misstep in automotive design. While AMC succeeded in making the Ambassador stand out, it did so for the wrong reasons. The car's ungainly appearance did little to boost its appeal in a competitive market, and it struggled to compete against more stylish and better engineered rivals from larger automakers. Despite its design flaws, the 1969 Ambassador still holds a place in automotive history as an example of the challenges faced by smaller car companies like AMC. The car's lack of aesthetic appeal and the company's inability to effectively compete in the full-sized car segment contributed to AMC's ongoing struggles in the market. Today, the 1969 Ambassador is a curiosity among collectors and automotive enthusiasts, particularly those with an interest in the less celebrated designs of the 1960s. It serves as a reminder of the importance of balanced and thoughtful design in an era when styling could make or break a car's success. Number 2. The 1961 Chrysler Imperial was a luxury car that sought to differentiate itself in a market dominated by Cadillac and Lincoln. Chrysler's strategy involved giving the Imperial a bold, distinctive design that would make it instantly recognizable. However, the result was a vehicle that, while luxurious, was polarizing in its aesthetics. The Chrysler Imperial was positioned as the flagship model for Chrysler, intended to compete directly with the other American luxury brands. The 1961 model year introduced significant styling changes as designer Virgil Exner sought to make the Imperial stand out with dramatic and unconventional design cues. The car was offered in various body styles, including a sedan, hardtop, and convertible, all of which shared the same distinctive styling elements. The Imperial was loaded with luxury features and was known for its comfort and smooth ride. Under the hood, it typically came with a powerful V8 engine, ensuring that performance matched its opulent appearance. Despite its impressive specifications, the Imperial's design choices garnered mixed reactions. The 1961 Chrysler Imperial's design has often been described as odd, even by the standards of the era, which was known for bold and sometimes excessive automotive styling. Perhaps the most unusual aspect of the 1961 Imperial was its freestanding headlights. Instead of being integrated into the body or grille, as was common at the time, the headlights were mounted above the front fenders, protruding from the car like the eyes of an insect. This bug-eyed appearance was intended to be a signature feature, but instead became a point of criticism. The headlights, positioned on stalks above the fenders, gave the car a top-heavy, unbalanced look that many found unsettling. The front grille of the 1961 Imperial was large and upright, dominating the front end of the car. Its vertical bars and sheer size contributed to the car's imposing and somewhat intimidating appearance. While it was meant to evoke a sense of grandeur and luxury, the grille was often seen as too severe and out of proportion with the rest of the car, adding to its awkward aesthetic. At the rear, the tail lights were positioned on small fins that extended from the rear fenders. The tail lights were relatively small and oddly shaped, which clashed with the overall bulkiness of the car. This design choice further detracted from the car's visual cohesion, making the rear end appear as an afterthought compared to the overly elaborate front. The 1961 Imperial's overall design was a mix of conflicting elements. The car's massive size, combined with its freestanding headlights, large grille, and small fin-mounted taillights, created an aesthetic that was difficult to appreciate as a cohesive whole. The car's design seemed to be trying too hard to stand out, resulting in a vehicle that was more eccentric than elegant. The 1961 Chrysler Imperial is often remembered more for its worky design than for its luxury or performance. While it succeeded in being distinctive, it did so in a way that alienated many potential buyers. The car's unusual appearance made it a tough sell in a market where Cadillac and Lincoln offered more conventionally attractive alternatives. Despite its polarizing design, the 1961 Imperial remains a noteworthy example of Virgil Exner's influence on automotive styling. It represents a period in American car design where bold experimentation was encouraged, even if it didn't always lead to commercial success. Today, the 1961 Imperial is a collectible for those who appreciate its unique place in automotive history. Its distinctive, if somewhat controversial styling makes it a conversation piece at car shows and among enthusiasts who have a taste for the unusual. The car's design is a reminder of the risks that come with pushing the boundaries of conventional styling, and it stands as one of the more memorable examples of early 1960s automotive design. Number 1. The 1969 Pontiac Grand Prix was introduced as a personal luxury car, aiming to blend sporty performance with upscale comfort. It featured a distinctive elongated hood that became a hallmark of its design, emphasizing the car's power and presence on the road. The 1969 Grand Prix design was polarizing, particularly due to its exaggerated hood length, which was disproportionately long compared to the rest of the car. This gave it a snouty appearance that many found awkward. The bulky body added to the visual weight, making the car appear heavy and less agile than its sporty aspirations suggested. Additionally, the overly aggressive front grille further exaggerated the car's front-heavy look, contributing to an overall design that was more cumbersome than sleek. While the Grand Prix was intended to be a statement of luxury and power, its proportions made it less visually appealing to some, overshadowing its performance capabilities.